What's up, everybody? AJ Kirsch here, the voice of Buzz in WWE2K19. It's Monday, which means it's time for another episode of WWE2Kfabe, when I give you the inside perspective and behind-the-scenes stories surrounding the voiceover and motion capture of WWE2K19. I hope you had a good weekend. I'm coming off one hell of a weekend. I was the host and ring announcer for not one, but two Impact Wrestling shows. They teamed up with Big Time Wrestling to put on Gold Rush on Friday night in Newark, and one night only back to Cali in Salinas on Saturday. Friday's show aired live on Twitch. Saturdays will be coming out on the Global Wrestling Network, so you can keep an eye out for that. You know the deal by now. All my social media is in the description of this video. Merchandise in the description of this video. Use code WWE2K19 at checkout to save 20%. Like this video, subscribe, turn on notifications so you know exactly when new videos drop. And if you don't know by now, new episodes of WWE2Kfabe drop every Monday and Wednesday, bonus content every Friday, and we do not have long to go with WWE2Kfabe, and I want to keep creating content for you guys. So let me know in the comments what you would like to see in the future, whether it's wrestling related, acting related, fitness related. Let me know. Sound off. Leave in the comments below, and I'll check it out. Speaking of which, let's get to some questions from the last episode of WWE2Kfabe. I am looking at these for the first time. If you have questions or feedback on this episode, you can also leave that in the comments below. All right, here we go. Lieutenant Reven, always leaving comments and questions. I appreciate your support. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Well, my question this time is, was the ring you filmed in a generic ring, or was the ring CGI in the game during production? It was a legit 20 by 20 WWE ring. Full size. I think the ropes were pink, actually. I think they were using their, like, breast cancer month ropes or whatever. But yeah, full-size WWE ring. And, you know, there really is no feeling like stepping into a WWE ring. And it is light as a feather. Lightest ring I've ever worked in. Let's see. Some positive feedback from Firestar Hart. Thank you. Chief Cannon. Thank you. Roddy Blaze with some positive feedback. I appreciate that as well. My question is, when you were passing out to Bray Wyatt's smoke, how was it recording the coughing? Did you get lightheaded? I didn't get lightheaded, but when I was recording that scene, I was actually just coming out of a cold. I don't know if you can hear it, but I feel like I still sounded a little bit nasally in some of those scenes. So I didn't get lightheaded, but, you know, I wanted the coughs to sound as rough as possible. So coming out of a cold, I'm sure they did. The Wrecking Ball, Paul Isadora saying, what is the license plate in the background from? Oh yeah, this thing right here. That is the license plate from the first car I ever owned. It was a 1997 Ford Taurus, one engine, one transmission, and I got over 300,000 miles out of that thing. And that took me on a cross-country road trip, took me to Burning Man for 7 years, wrestling road trips. I mean, that was so many memories in that car. And when I finally, you know, surrendered it to the giant highway in the sky, I wanted to keep a piece of it. So I've got that, and down here on that shelf somewhere is the rear view mirror. So yeah, I figured it was only a matter of time before somebody asked about that. Kalo Dano asking, do you think after this series is over, you'd be open to craft a Broseph Joe Brody web series? You know, I've thought about that. But for those who don't know, Broseph Joe Brody is the doppelganger, my gimmick at Hood Slam. I've thought about it. He's not a very likable character on video. I think he's more likable in person at shows. I don't know. I'm down to try anything. You know, if it fails, then it fails. Hopefully I'll learn something along the way, but definitely open to the idea. What would it be about? That's my follow-up question to you. What would the Broseph Joe Brody web series be about, per se? Ha! Ball's in your court. Katie Schwoyer asking, are you a fan of Woken Matt Hardy? He is my favorite. Yes, I am. And I admire Matt Hardy for reinventing his career pretty late in the game. You know, he was a Hardy boy forever, and it was so over the top, but he was so committed to the character that it got over. So my tip of the hat to Matt Hardy for the Woken and Broken characters for reinvigorating his career. And finally, Francis Ryan Rivera saying, do you think a triple threat match featuring AJ Kirsch, Broseph, Joe Brody, and Buzz could happen? And who do you think would win that match? Also, where would it take place? Hood Slam, PCW, or BCW? You know your history. I appreciate your question and the detail of that question as well. It could happen. I mean, it could definitely happen in BCW since you could create Buzz, me, and Broseph in WWE2K19. I'd love to see it. I would love to see that happen at Hood Slam. I think that'd be amazing. Why not WWE? Could happen in WWE. Stranger things have happened. But yeah, crazy to think about. Thanks for your questions, everybody. Again, I really appreciate your feedback. I appreciate your questions. If you have more feedback or questions, leave them in the comments below, and I will answer those questions and address that feedback to kick off the next episode of WWE2Kfabe, which will be dropping this Wednesday. Before we begin, as always, gotta show some love to MK Ice and Fire, the gaming channel on YouTube. They have been kind enough to let me use footage of every single cutscene from my career mode of WWE2K19 that they have already uploaded to their YouTube channel. So if you are at all interested in video games, give MK Ice and Fire a subscription. You'll be glad you did. All right, now that all that's out of the way, let's dive in to WWE2Kfabe.
We are joining Buzz at the Wyatt compound. Last we saw, he was taken out by that creepy masked attacker in that red smiley mask. He being Buzz, pronouns pal, just took out zombie Triple H, and now he's pouring gasoline on the Wyatt compound. Just happens to have a Zippo on him and sets it ablaze because professional wrestling, of course. And screams of whoever's inside. This has gotten really dark all of a sudden, and Buzz still a little worse for wear after that war with Bray Wyatt at the Wyatt compound. Doctors checking on Buzz, and here comes, there he is.
How are you feeling today?
Not great. I'm sore, I have a nasty headache. I only remember bits and pieces of what happened.
Probably a side effect of whatever Bray Wyatt used to knock you unconscious.
Could also explain some of the things I saw out there.
Yeah, I saw some weird shit out there, man. Some weird shit. You don't even want to know. You don't even want to know what I've seen, where I've been. Bray Wyatt, he's got some creepy stuff in his hat. What? Okay. In real life. Not real life. Not like what the actual person has in his house. But like if Bray Wyatt... What does his house? What's in his room? What's in his bedroom? What's in Bray Wyatt's, like, what's on his mantle? Leave it in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you have to think. I bet it's some, he's probably got, like, an organ in a jar and some giant spider framed on the wall or something. I don't know. I imagine he's got a pretty creepy place. Again, we're talking about the character, not IRS's kid. Yeah, man, rest and recover. Take some time off. That's something I'm not good at. I am not good at taking the time off that I need.
It's been weeks since we last
just
saw
constantly
Buzz
go.
after his kidnapping and battle with Bray Wyatt at Wyatt's compound.
I know you don't like the
no arrests or anything for burning his house down.
Tag match versus the bar.
Oh God, I love wrestling.
Who's my partner?
I thought I'd leave that up to you.
Ooh, I get to pick. And fast forwarding, apparently I picked Goldust. Look at Sheamus on the ring with a big freaking mohawk, and there's this RKO out of nowhere. Is the RKO ever out of somewhere nowadays? I feel like the RKO is always out of nowhere. And there's a 3 count. MK and Goldust victorious. We will never forget the name. How about Goldust, man? 20-plus year career in WWE alone. Never mind the natural in WCW.
Ladies and gentlemen,
and
that's a very big win
was
here
that?
tonight.
I don't think I was there for that particular animation. I think that was done by somebody else. I don't remember who. Yeah! Let's go to this side now. Anyway, I don't think Goldust gets the credit he deserves for being the character being way ahead of its time, evolving over the years, and just Dustin Runnels just having one of the most,
Despite the challenges Buzz
I
faced
mean,
tonight,
one of the
he still
longest running
managed to come out on
careers
top.
in
What a return
WWE. Are we
to
seeing the
Monday
winning
Night
end?
Raw.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Apparently Bray Wyatt is
Oh my God, he's right there.
And he's not alone. Oh, and look at the punches teeing off.
Everybody just wailing away, and who is that creeper in the janitor jumpsuit with that sleeves taken off?
Buzz is outnumbered now.
I mean, if you played through my career mode, you know who it is.
Ouch. Bray Wyatt making his
Who did y'all think it was when you
presence
first saw it?
felt
Or was it
shocking
pretty
turn
clear
of
off the bat?
events.
As
It's
Finn Balor makes the save. No
Luckily for
Sister
Balor, you
Abigail
can't
tonight,
create an
Bray.
ally in Finn Balor. I want to know who the heck that guy in the sheet mask was. Byron, go ask Bray.
No thanks.
Yeah, go ask Bray. Nah, I'm good. There's a lot of illegal activity in this chapter of my career, between the gassing, the kidnapping, arson. I mean, where the people were getting arrested left and right in the Attitude Era. Where are the authorities in this? I guess technically 2019, since it's WWE 2K19.
Unfortunate injuries took you away from me. So I waited eagerly for you to return while you
I don't think I was present for the filming of Bray Wyatt's promo. As I said in previous episodes, I was not actually interacting with any of the real WWE talent. So they had somebody standing in for Bray, somebody of similar size and proportions. And then, of course, they just map his stuff in. They just overlay it in post, I guess you call it. I don't know what the name of it. Rendering? I don't know. Look at me rendering back when it was like Donkey Kong Country. I remember that came out. I thought rendering was the absolute coolest thing. They were talking about it like in The Mask and True Lies. And if you've never heard of those movies, Google them. They're both still amazing. It was like the infancy of CGI. Like this would have been out of like light years ahead of its time. It's Cole!
You have got to be kidding me.
It's Cole Quinn!
Bray Wyatt has recruited Cole Quinn?
Would have been funny if he had like all of a sudden grown a beard that was like
got even more personal.
6 months, a 6-month beard overnight. What are you gonna do? Talk to Cole or attack Bray? No, talk to Cole. This is one of the most dramatically demanding scenes of the entire game. And this is my first time seeing it, by the way, so I'm going to lay out a little bit.
Cole, it's me. I don't know what he's done to you, but I know you're still in there somewhere. You're just confused. I know he can play tricks on your mind because that's what he did to me, but whatever he told you, it's not true. I'm your friend. I care about you.
Your words are falling on deaf ears.
And he's just sitting back in the corner like a douche, being like, "Aw."
Last time we saw Cole Quinn, he was wrestling in Japan. This is not the same Cole Quinn we
What
saw
is
then.
going
No, that
on?
Quinn
Cole
was on good
is
terms
staring
with
a
us,
hole
and now
right
it appears
through
Bray
me.
Wyatt has broken Cole down both physically and mentally.
Kurt Angle makes a quick entrance, sprints out to the front of the stage, and then just stops to cut his promo.
So at Survivor Series, you're going to face each other in a rematch. But this time, I'm going to make sure that the match makes it to the ring and stays there. And there will also be no way for anyone to interfere.
Again, another promo that just sounds like he's
Because
talking
your
to
match
somebody standing across
will be
the
taking
room from
place
him or in a table.
in a
Wish he would have
steel
blown it up a
cage.
little bit more.
Buzz is
Steel
doing
cage,
it
oh my
to
God.
even the score with Bray Wyatt in a steel cage match at Survivor Series.
Well, that's going to do it for this episode of WWE 2Kfabe. If you haven't yet, hit that thumbs up button, leave your questions and feedback in the comments below, and hit subscribe, turn on notifications so you know exactly when new videos drop. The merchandise link is in the description of this video. It is officially Buy More Stuff season. You are guaranteed to find something you like. T-shirts and tank tops in sizes and styles for men and women, over a dozen designs to choose from. And remember, when you use code WWE2K19 at checkout, you get 20% off your entire order, and shirts ship worldwide. Any corner of the globe, a shirt will find you. So thanks for checking it out, everybody. Follow me on social media. The links are also in the description of this video. And I will see you Wednesday for a new episode of WWE 2Kfabe. Until then, I'm AJ Kirsch. Take care, y'all.